Hello and welcome to this tutorial where we will be creating a container using Onshape. The idea of this is we're going to be using the shell tool to draw a solid, and then we'll be using the shell to hollow it out. So first thing we want to do is find an image that we want to draw around that could be easily recognizable. So we're going to go to create and we're going to import a file. Now I've saved a picture of the map of Australia and I want to import that, so I'm going to click on that there and open that. And what that will do, as you'll notice, that it was just going to be saving it in my Onshape documents, and we'll grab that in a minute. So the next thing we need to do is go to create, and we're going to create document, and we'll call this container 2 because I've already got container 1. Wait a few moments for the page to load up, and it's loading our workspace. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a sketch. So we're going to draw on this top plane. So we're going to click sketch and we're going to click on the top plane. And because we're doing a two-dimensional sketch, I just like to look at it from the top, from a bird's eye view, so I can feel it's two-dimensional rather than three-dimensional. And you'll notice that we can access these tools here now. You can only access these sketch tools if you're in a sketching mode. So I'm going to click on the top plane. And what I want to do now is I want to bring in my image. So I'm going to click up here where it says DXF. Just click this down arrow and insert image. And the image you'll find, if you click on other documents and go to my Onshape, and if I scroll down, there will be Australia. There it is there. And it's not showing it, the actual picture of it, but I know it's there. And I'm going to draw a rectangle, and there is my image of Australia. Now, this is a bit where if you take a bit of time and care over it, you can get a really good image. The skill of this is just to help you use the line tool. So I'm going to click line, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to left click, and I'm going to start a line. And once I've finished that line by left clicking, it will allow me to start another one at the exact point that I've finished the previous line. So I'm going to just work my way around the map of Australia. And if you keep your clicks fairly close together, I know they're straight lines, but when you zoom out, it will look a lot more curvy. You could use the spline tool if you want, which is up here, but the spline tool tends to be more problematic. So you don't want to sit here and watch me go through this. So what I will do is I will pause the video and we'll come back at a point where I've nearly completed it. Okay, so welcome back. As you can see, if I just zoom out a little bit there, you can see that I've drawn all the way around that map of Australia. I've given Tasmania a miss because Tasmania is obviously an island that's separate. I just want one solid, so that would confuse things. So if you look at it, I've nearly gone all the way around. Now, this is a really important bit here, is that when we come to the other end, we join it up so that my final line connects to the very starting point. So if you look here, I hover over it. You know that little node you can see there's gone orange. It shows that if I click on that point now, it will complete it. It's really important so that we end up with a sketch where there's no breaks in it or leaks, because obviously we need to turn this into a three-dimensional solid. So if I zoom out now, I know I've drawn all the way around the map of Australia, and if I click the tick now to confirm the sketch, and I want to go back to a three-dimensional mode because I want to look at this three-dimensionally, I'm now going to go to look at it in an isometric view. And if I click this tool here, the extrude tool, and I select this area here, now fingers crossed, that will become three-dimensional. So I'm going to select that area there, and fortunately it's gone three-dimensional. It's gone for 25mm, let's just go for 50, and click the tick to confirm that. So there we are. If we look at that, it's our map of Australia, and it's there. So we're going to just turn this into a container, or a sort of like something we can store things in. And I'm going to click this tool here, which is called the shell tool. So imagine like a shell is hollow. So what this is doing is it's going to hollow out this part here. So I'm going to click shell, and it's asking me to select the faces I want to remove. So I'm going to select this top face here, and if you see the shell thickness here is set at 2.5mm, you can go with whatever you feel you prefer. I might just knock that back to 2. Click the tick to confirm it, and you'll notice now it's created a sort of hollow solid now. Now, if this is something you wanted to 3D print, if we have time, if you go to the bottom here on Part Studio and right click, you go to Export, and Part Studio 1. Now, yours might automatically be set at Parasolid. We need to export it as what we call an STL file, a stereolithography file, to do with 3D printing. So click that there, and your resolution as a default might be set at coarse. Coarse would be a bit rubbish, so we want to set it to fine, and click OK. And you'll start to see it downloading somewhere your STL. For me, it's come up in my 3D printing software because that's there. For you, you'll have a little dialog box that appear there that will tell you that it's downloading. You'll find it in your downloads, and then you can email it to your teacher for 3D printing. Good luck.